Hello, Pack. Welcome to the Claremont High School Network podcast. I'm Luke Roy, and I'm joined by my amazing co-host,
I'm
Kaitlyn.
Kaitlyn. Yes, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too. How's it been? It's been a bit since we've been on camera. Been like 6 months.
I know, because our last show was like in February, 6 months ago. That was half a year. But hey,
Yeah.
we are back. We are back better than ever. And we have a lot of things to talk about today.
Yeah, older than ever.
Older than ever, yeah.
half a rotation around the earth. But today's going to be a really good show. We have a lot of cool topics. We are going to be talking about the brand new softball field that's out there. Very nice. And then we're also going to be discussing the new year. You know, schedules are coming out, all that stuff. You know, got like
going back to school in a bit.
week and a half before the new year starts. So definitely going to talk about that. And then we also have a football game this Friday versus Diamond Ranch at 7 p.m.
You guys should show up. It'll be really fun.
But if you can't come, you can always tune in on the Claremont High Network, this YouTube channel. We live stream all the games with a broadcast crew, so it's going to be good no matter where you go, but make sure to try and show out and root for the team.
And lastly, today we will be interviewing the new coach, Coach Caron. His first name was Jacob, right?
Jacob
Caron, yeah.
Yeah, we're very excited to have him on, and it's going to be a great show. So, yeah, thank you for tuning in. You want to jump right in, get started?
Yeah. So I think we should be talking about the softball field first.
Yeah, we have a big new plot of turf on campus.
I know. Have you been on it yet?
I've not. I haven't.
I have.
I heard there was a water fountain there though. We have another refillable. But yeah.
Really?
It's been under works for a bit now, right?
Yeah. It's been building for like the past of last year, like the
Yeah.
whole entire year.
Yeah, because I remember going on that field because it was like a plot of grass there before, like watching.
Yeah, I think it was the girls' soccer field.
Yeah, it was like
before it got
JV
changed, yeah.
JV freshman like soccer fields. I remember watching one of my friends play there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But obviously, it's great that the softball team has a field now. They've been playing up at the park, right?
Yeah, they've been playing like up there where like the turf is.
Yeah.
So
is that turf? I thought that was just like dirt.
No, dirt, turf.
I mean,
it's kind of the same.
Hey, they're not. They're not the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's very cool for them.
I know, yeah.
Obviously.
And do you know what the best part is? So I went there yesterday and it's like real grass. It's like it's not fake grass and like it's
really?
Yes.
I thought it was turf.
No, it's grass like on the softball field.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
And then they spray painted
Pinky
it
promise?
and it was yes.
Pinky promise?
Yes, you can go up there right after this.
Okay,
it is grass.
We'll go up
it's
there right after.
actual real grass.
Yeah, just wait. Yeah.
It looks really nice. The colors are really bright because I'm guessing that is freshly painted. And the water fountain that you talked about earlier.
Yeah.
It's not that nice. It's really not that nice.
But it's like the refillable one. It's like the.
Yes, but I don't know if it was either yesterday it was like 90 degrees outside and it was really hot, but like the water was burning when I touched it. And it was white. It came out like white.
Well,
so
that's normal.
That is normal.
It's like oxidized or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Learn that in biology. Thanks, Mr. Tucker. Appreciate it. But yeah, was it okay? Like by boiling, do you mean like was it actually like hot?
It wasn't like hot, but it was like I wouldn't drink it. Like I think I would prefer to walk across the campus and go to the water fountain near the office. I think that one's better.
Yeah,
because it's always
that
ice
is
cold.
A good water fountain. Yeah, that's a quality water fountain. What would you say is the worst water fountain on campus?
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't really drink water.
Yeah, I don't really go to like the little water fountains either. Oh yeah.
But going back to the softball field, it is really nice. A lot of the equipment is new, and there was also like the nice benches, and me personally, I think it looks better than the baseball field. You should go check it out after this.
Do they have like stands set up there for people to watch, or?
They don't actually. Oh. They don't. Surprisingly, they don't.
Maybe, hopefully, we'll see that coming.
I know. Add a couple of stands. Yeah. Because I would love to go to a softball game.
Maybe they'll put them up once they're in season, because they're not. You know, like how they have the football stands up and then they take them down for track. Maybe that's.
Yeah. Maybe that's gonna. Yeah.
I I would I would be kind of shocked if there's no stands, you know.
Yeah. Because
'Cause-
also right now, since it's like brand new, freshly
Yeah.
built, I don't think they're going to add a lot of the things in. Yeah.
But yeah, so the softball field's very cool. Yeah, it's been
Mhm.
under construction for about a year, which is nice. But obviously, we have the new year coming up, so some people are going to be on it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
okay. Well, now for the big story of the day, we are here with the new head coach of the football program, Coach Caron, Jake Caron. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
Doing good. Dealing
That's
with the heat
amazing.
well.
I spent the past 7 years in Las Vegas and Miami.
Oh.
So
Oh, wow. So it's like refreshing
It's
up
nice.
here then?
it's really refreshing.
That's
I
great,
prefer
that's
the
great.
desert heat.
Yeah.
It always cools down at
Yeah.
night.
I know,
How mu-
because, yeah. I heard-
How hot does it get? Like, I know it gets really humid, but like, how like hot does it get out in Florida?
It's the swamp. It really is.
Oh.
Yeah.
My analogy is you get out of the shower and you don't know if you're sweating or if it's water from
Oh,
the shower.
really?
Oh yeah.
That's
And
really
so
bad.
the dog days of August,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
you're out on the practice field and you might be wearing a hat and the brim will start sweating.
Wow.
Yeah,
really?
so if our practice plans aren't in a paper protector or laminated, they'll get soaked, and it really builds character.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So-
So it must
so
be
when the
really
players
nice.
complain about the heat out here, I tell them you're complaining to the wrong person.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
But also our structure is to, at this time of the year, practice a little bit more into the evenings.
Yeah.
It's a little bit better experience for everybody.
I know. Plus, California has the nice breezes, and
Yeah.
it's not humid. That's the best part.
That's the best
it's
part.
Really, really
It is.
dry
The
here.
nice desert winds
Yeah.
in the evening.
It gets
Yeah.
windy on that field though sometimes. You
Yeah.
feel it in that press box. But
I'm
speaking
definitely looking forward to cooling down a little bit this fall.
Oh yeah.
That's great.
Speaking of Florida, to comparing it to California, how's it been coming back to your hometown high school and coaching here?
It's been so busy of late that I haven't had too much time to sit down and process
Yeah.
the transition. It's the immersion theory, fight or flight response. So we're just immersing ourselves to being in the moment, figuring out things as they come along, and really strategizing to have a good development every day, and to not get too far down the line on things that are out of our control. So we're just worried about staying in the moment, having a good quality day every day, and getting better every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's important. Since you've come, have you seen a change at all in the team, like how they've been practicing? Have you been?
A little bit. There's, for me to evaluate the change, I probably had to be here a little bit in the previous years to make that compare and contrast. My evaluation is that it's a new team, it's a young team, but I'd like to spend a couple minutes highlighting some of our player standouts and guys that I'm really excited about for the upcoming year.
I mean, that's perfect. You're falling right in
Yeah,
with what we were gonna ask.
Yeah.
so
So, you want me to ask it?
No, yeah,
Okay.
you got it.
So, are there any specific players or anything that's catching your eye during practice?
Absolutely. It started with watching the team last year on in our film library, and we were senior loaded last year.
Yeah.
And so a lot of seniors were contributing both sides of the ball, making an impact, offense, defense, special teams, players like Ryan Dunphy, Grant Walsh, to name a few. And now we're excited to watch their college careers, as Grant's going to play at Pomona-Pitzer for his father,
great.
Coach John Walsh. And obviously Ryan's right now practicing with the Army
Yeah.
and getting some live reps with those guys.
And then I know like you have like Iso, who's in like
He's-
Hawaii.
he's
isn't
at
he?
Hawaii.
Yeah, jealous. That sounds nice.
It's a pretty cool vibe out there, no
Oh,
doubt.
yeah.
So good for him. So I really appreciate what the team, the seniors did last year. They played hard for the entire season, and we're in a good situation now because of their drive and their passion for Claremont football. So it's been a good situation to take advantage of some of the returners from last year. It starts with our linebackers, Nate and Luke. They're both returning starters from last year. Probably led the team or top in the team in tackles last year. And they're great kids. They're great characters, great families. And I really appreciate their investment into the team as the new staff is coming in, putting in our philosophy, our ideology. But to have those two guys as our backbone has been very helpful as we start to figure out our identity on both sides of the ball. So Luke and Nate doing a great job. Football, it's high scoring now. It's offensive friendly, but I still believe games are won in the interior with the offensive defensive line. And so we got some great kids returning from last year: Jacob Weiss, Ben Kim, Aiden Garcia, Josh Dorado, and a couple new guys to add to the mix: Brandon Garcia, Andrew Rosales, and we're looking forward to Trent Dunphy, also cross-training offense, fullback, defensive line, and try to get our 11 best players on the field any given time, no matter what their experience is or how many years they've played with the team. It's a new era, it's a new season, and we really appreciate talent acquisition. So we're welcoming players that maybe don't have a formal experience in football or maybe didn't play youth football. But if you have some athletic skills because you played soccer or you played baseball or track, we can still find lots of value for you on the football field. And so that's been a little bit of a change, is that kids are coming out for football for the first time. And it's been a good experience. Obviously, there's a learning curve, but it's not highly specialized enough where, oh, man, I didn't play when I was younger, so I don't think I can play in high school. We've really put down that narrative and made it more of a equal opportunity for people to come out, learn a little bit, see if it's a good fit, see if you like the culture of the team. And it's a transformational experience to play high school football. There's no recreational football is a little bit hard to do. You know, you can play in a softball league, you can play pickup basketball, maybe a summer soccer rec league. But putting on the pads and playing in front of your parents, that's a unique social phenomenon. And you know, so that's what this program's all about.
And you spoke about culture. So obviously, you know, with you coming in, you know, different people are going to be working. What culture have you implemented, and what players have you seen really like adapt and like truly believe in that culture so far?
Culture is one of those buzzwords in athletics. And there's a lot of definitions attached to culture. I try not to use the word that much with the team. I think standards, personal investment, integrity, character, but it comes down to our ideology and our philosophy of becoming better football players, becoming better athletes, becoming better people. And that ties into reinforce our motto of win the day, stay focused in today. Let's get an inch better from yesterday. We had an adverse practice on offense yesterday, and I take responsibility from that. But you have to learn from those adverse scenarios, and you have to learn from failures and challenges to be able to have a good culture, have good set standards. So long story short, the culture is living in the moment, not worrying about Bonita, Glendora, Colony, Altaloma, Los Osos. Those teams will get handled when they get handled. We're concentrated on our first scrimmage tomorrow against Western Christian and learning from that experience, and then getting ready for game one against Diamond Ranch. So that's, if you get too lost in definitions of culture and you're too fixated on the ethos of culture, you forget the daily grind. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, definitely. So for first game Diamond Ranch, how do you feel about it? Since it is the first game to start league.
It's an interesting first game. They have a new coaching staff. We have a new coaching staff. I believe their scheme is a little bit different than previous years, and same, our scheme's a little bit different than Claremont's offensive scheme and defensive scheme from last year. So it's interesting because it's a blank slate, a little bit of tabula rasa with both teams. We're not that familiar with them. They're not that familiar with us. And so we'll be fixated on trying to scout them to an extent, know who their best players are. And that's a bit of my coaching motto, is try not to let the other team's best players beat you. Make somebody else be the point of attack. And for us, really worrying about ourselves and knowing our assignments, knowing our technique, our responsibilities, and then let the better team win. But I really respect their new coaching staff from Monrovia. They've done a great job over there, and now they're taking over Diamond Ranch. They've got some new kids on the team that we're aware of, and so it's going to be a challenging game. They'll be well prepared for us.
And you've been coaching for a long time. Sorry, excuse me. But what are some highlights that you like? that you remember from your coaching experience up until now?
Sure. I've been immersed in football since I was young. It's the family business. I'm a second generation educator and coach. So growing up in the locker room, growing up as a ball boy, I've been in most entry level positions in the football industry as an intern, as somebody mopping the weight room floors and making protein shakes for the players. I've done all the roles. And so I really appreciate the infrastructure of football and how important it is to have a great support staff and have the confidence and the backing of your administration. The head coach can only do so much. So it's important for me to have talent acquisition and to allocate different assignments and different duties to different coaches. For example, I'm big on social media representation and exposure for our student athletes and community tie-ins with social media. And so hopefully our new social media campaigns with CHS Football on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter will bring in community interest, community engagement, also support our other programs and departments and extracurriculars, and make Claremont football something the community is really proud of.
And was that something you focused to when you were at Ransom Everglades? Am I correct? That was your last school you were coaching at?
Yes, Ransom Everglades in Miami, Florida.
Miami,
I
Florida.
was there for 5 years. Started as a sports performance strength coach, taught a couple PE classes, and really worked myself up. They're a great employer, a great company, and they gave me more task and leadership skills every single year. And by my last year, I was a full-time faculty PE teacher, football head coach, head middle school basketball coach, and I really enjoyed my training in Miami, and it gave me the opportunity to take the position out here.
Yeah. How is it different coaching at Ransom Everglade than to Claremont?
There's more similarities than there are differeces. And the biggest similarity is a commitment to academic excellence and athletic honor. And that's my background, is that I appreciate other like-minded individuals that believe that you can be a phenomenal student and a phenomenal athlete without sacrificing either. And so a lot of messaging to our team is that football is a springboard into career opportunities. It's not the be-all, end-all. Your football playing career is going to end at some point. That chapter closes, but it's going to open up new chapters of opportunity. So that's what the program's really here for. And to show people in the Inland Empire and Southern California that we're going to get the job done in the classroom and on the field.
Yeah. And so I did a little snooping in like your coaching history, and what I noticed was there's a lot of like strength and conditioning that you've done, and like, tell me if I'm wrong, because maybe I got my data from, I saw that you worked at UNLV as a strength and
That's
conditioning
right.
coach.
I did my internship and part of my master's with UNLV Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Division I,
Yeah.
high stakes, high stress, long hours, and I absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
I learned a lot, not only about the exercise science and kinesiology attached to sports performance, strength and conditioning, but the art of coaching. Yeah, the football players and people, they're not robots. You're not in a laboratory setting, and so you have to reach the individual on a personal level and develop that chemistry and rapport to get that trust. Yes, this program is lifting weights, is being on your back and lifting your arms up and down in the bench press fashion. Is that going to help you in your football position? Maybe, maybe not. But it's going to, my philosophy is that a commitment to long-term sports performance training, not only long-term year-round, but also on a 4-year scale, will help you keep you healthy. And one of our mottos on the football team is you're valuable if you are available. And so a lot of sports performance is maintenance, health, prehab, rehab, and making sure that our frontline guys are ready to go every week.
And I mean, at Claremont, you have Snap as, helping, and he's a great trainer. But okay, it's perfectly okay if you don't answer this. But how do you feel this year is going to go? Because obviously the team had a little bit of a turbulent year last year, but they have had success in the overall recent timeline. So
absolutely,
what do you
the nature of high school athletics has mirrored the NCAA and the craziness of the transfer portal, and so every new year a team is almost a brand new team. I believe in developing our middle school athletes at El Roble. and making sure they have opportunities to work with me and my coaching staff in the off season with clinics and camps to make sure we have a good attrition for our El Roble kids to make sure they're coming and staying home. So it starts with that. A commitment to sports performance training. So a lot of that is in-season lifting, but it's all the mobility patterns and movement patterns and preparation stuff we do out on the field. And to a lot of the kids, they look like yoga movements, standing on one leg, doing isometric holds, getting them into different floor-based mobility patterns. And I think that's going to be a catalyst to us staying healthy this year. It'll be a challenge this year. There'll be some ups and downs, but that's life. I think our guys will be slowly but surely learning more about sports psychology. That's big with me too. Staying in the moment on the sidelines, not worrying about the scoreboard. I really believe that early leads are fool's gold, and so making sure our kids have a short attention span, a short memory. They can lock in their peripheral to stay in the moment and not get too distracted by the outside periphery of their family, their friends, the band team. We appreciate the commitment of the community for the home game experience, but I'm also training the kids that we got to stay locked in and have the philosophy of task-oriented goals on game day. And so the kids every minute, every hour, every task, they're locked in. And it starts in pregame, knowing who's on the field, doing what activation or what station, and then getting to team stretch, getting to our individual period, our group period. Okay, captain's out. All right, who knows where they're at on the sideline for what location? And so you have to train those elements. And the more you use practice to train for game situations, hopefully will be adjusted in time for game time. Because the speed of the game is so much different than in practice. You can only replicate so much. But it's those important situations that you can take advantage of in practice. So to answer your question, again, our philosophy is worrying about today, and our important walkthrough tomorrow to get ready for a scrimmage tomorrow. Our important walkthrough today, getting ready for a scrimmage tomorrow. And I don't think that my staff and the team, we don't have too much external expectations. How many games do we want to win? Do we want to win the league? Do we want to win a CIF championship? Those goals are outcome goals that you look forward to, but outcome goals are the byproduct of process goals. And so we're a goal-centric team, and if we stay concentrated on living in the moment and getting better every day, and then some of our outcome goals might be accomplished. But win or lose, it's about the opportunity to compete in front of our families. My goal as a coach is to keep some of the scores close late in the game, and then see what team's going to capitalize and take advantage of moments to get a W.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the best way that you can answer that. Obviously, you don't want to be like, I think we're going to win 10 games. Yeah.
It's just speculation, and it doesn't help, and it's not in our control.
Yeah.
But it's obviously amusing to guess and to ponder about.
Yeah. So is there like anything that you want to say to your family, to your students, athletes?
The big reason why I took the role here is to be closer with family. My kid nephew Trey is going to be a 9th grader this year, and he's on our Frosh team. So the timing was right to kind of help develop my kid nephew on and off the field for the next 4 years is a tremendous privilege and opportunity.
Yes.
My associate head coach is Roger Caron, my father, and also my mentor. And he's our defensive coordinator, but he's a professional. He is still a faculty emeritus dean at Pomona College, and he's been a class level dean. He's really going to bolster our college recruitment for our student athletes on the football team. Whether they're interested in playing college football or not, Roger and I are going to be very involved in the college application process for our seniors and our juniors. We care a lot about these kids off the field, and so that's something that we're really passionate about, helping the college recruitment process. Me and Roger are also passionate about academic counseling with our kids, making sure they have resources for tutoring, and that's the priority.
Yes.
So it's a family affair. I got my family embedded at CUSD now, and that's also a reflection of my coaching staff. We have coaches that are alums of the school, and so naturally they love Claremont. They love Claremont football, and our other coaches have also family children in the district. So there's a lot of personal investment from our staff because of our connection to the community.
And one more question: when the spot opened up, were you reached out about it, or did you apply to try and be the next head coach?
A lot of people in the community reached out to me expressing that they think the job was going to be open and that the timing could be right. And when I first pondered it, I just didn't think it was going to happen. I didn't think I was a best candidate for the job, but I thought I was the right candidate for the job.
That's amazing.
And you got to take opportunities as the universe, shows you an open door. And it was a long onboarding process, but we're here now, and we're just excited for the momentum this year. And our staff is trying our best to maintain history and tradition of the program that we think is important, while also bringing in new ideas and new momentum for the team. And that balance has been really fun.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I think that's all we have to talk to you about. We don't want to keep you here too long, of course. But thank you so much for coming on the show. We
Likewise,
really
and thank you
appreciate
for
it.
everything you guys do with Frank Ramirez and the film crew and the film department. Anything the football team can do to help support and advocate for you guys, I think that's why we're all here, to put the brand out and to get people passionate about Claremont High School and Claremont High athletics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for being on.
Sounds good. I'll see you guys on the sideline soon.
Yeah, we'll
see
see
you on
you.
the sideline.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I think that's all we have for today. Thank you to Coach Caron for letting us interview him, and it was nice to talk about the softball field as well.
Yeah, it was really nice. But yeah, big thanks to Coach Caron for coming out, wasting a little bit of his precious time to, do a little stupid, goofy podcast with some high schoolers.
Yeah, and also a big thank you to film crew and our coach, Mr. Ramirez. And
yeah, thank you to all the crew that was here. Linnea, Eduardo, thank you guys for operating.
Thanks, guys, for operating the cameras behind
Frank,
there. Yeah.
Thanks for doing audio and being a great mentor. What?
Great
Advisor.
Yeah.
Coach.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's all we have for you guys on this episode, and we will see you guys on the next
Hopefully
episode.
soon. Hopefully soon.
Hopefully not another 6 months.
Yes.
We'll hope.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, signing off. I'm Kaitlyn.
And I'm Luke, and we will see you
See you
next time,
soon.
Pack.
Bye, guys.